All right. Good morning, family. How we doing? Welcome to the Coffee Room with John from ProCrafts. I got my Waylon shirt on today. Waylon, by the way, if you're watching, I owe you the logo. I gotta get Waylon that logo. I made this logo for him like 2 years ago. As kind of a joke, really. The story behind this thing is Waylon, before Waylon, you guys should know. I'm gonna out him now. So don't tell him I said all this stuff. Anyway, way back before Waylon had a channel, Waylon and Jeff from Mid Atlantic Crafts will back me up on this, I'm sure. Waylon used to email us constantly and text us, right? Got to try this, you got to try that every day in chat. He was like you guys, right? He would be like, "Oh, I would have made X amount of dollars in your roll. I would have made a fortune in that roll." I'm like, "Well, how would you have done it? Well, here's my plan, right?" He's always talking about. Hold on a second. I got to take this call. Actually, hold on. I'm going to mute you guys. I got to take this call. This might be the home inspector guy. Hold on. There we go. How about that? How about some live telephone calls? That was the home inspectors on the way here to do the home. Anyway, yeah. So Waylon used to have a channel here, didn't have a channel, and he would email us all the time. Hey, you gotta, and he would always say, play the 410 ladder. He was always on the 410 ladder, the 410 ladder, the 410 whatever, right? And constantly in our ear, right? And I think Jeff and I both said, "Why don't you just start a damn channel, dude? Like you have all these great ideas. Start a channel, right?" Because what would happen is he would tell us how to play it. We'd do a video and we'd screw it up invariably because we don't play it the way he does. And he'd get mad at us, right? I'm like, "Dude, start your own channel." And he did. He started his own channel. And I made this shirt for him as a welcome to YouTube. I made him a shirt and it says, "I win Waylon's way, the 4 and 10 all day." Because he used to always be honest about the 410, the 410, the 410, right? So anyway, Waylon's going to start putting some shirts out, I think. And I got to get him the good copy of this logo so that he can put that on his shirts. There you go. Hey, wait, I'm just telling your story, man. Telling the Waylon's Way crap story. There you go. Good morning. Telling about why, how we got the logo made for the shirt, and I'm going to get it to you here soon and how Jeff and I made you start a channel. So anyway, we're glad that you were in our ears telling us how bad we were at doing your strategies and we forced you to make a channel and the rest is history. You're the most famous craps player on YouTube right now. So that's pretty awesome. So anyway, logo's coming to you. I'll get it to you today. All that said, I have a really important, cool announcement to make for you guys. Check this out. We're going to go to the other screen and ready for this? Right? Drum roll. Give me a drum roll here, everybody. Slam Bright's here. Dude, you're going to love this one. Actually, because I got this picture yesterday. And if you're on the podcast, sorry you can't see it, but if you're live with me on YouTube, here's the picture of Moochie. This is the dog. So last year, Craps for the Cure, we elected to raise money for a charity called Veterans Moving Forward. They raise service dogs to go to veterans. And as you probably know the story, it takes about 2 years or so to train one of these service puppies to be servicing a veteran. And the veterans, of course, then take a year of training with the dog before the dog's released. It's a long process. It takes about $50K. That's why we raised so much money last year to help us out. Well, anyway, we funded a dog last year with our telethon. This is the dog. They've been raising these puppies now for a few months, and this one was selected out of the litter to be the dog that's going to get trained. Now, not every dog matches whatever they're looking for, right? Whatever traits they're looking for. This dog matches all the traits. He's been selected. This is Moochie. So Chiro, if you don't know this, his last name is Moochie, Chiro Moochie. The way that Vets Moving Forward works is they require that every dog be named after a veteran. Now, I asked them, can we name it after Chiro? Because he was kind of the impetus for all this stuff. And they said, well, not really, but if you can find a veteran that has his same last name and has a solid service record, we can name the dog after the veteran, but it's really after your guy. So this dog is named Moochie, Mooch for short, which was Chiro's nickname. And there it is. So in about 2 years, this dog will be in somebody's house, helping out, and Chiro's name lives on. I sent this picture. I have another picture too. I sent this picture over to Crystal and Layla last night, and she was pretty touched. It's really cool that Chiro's name gets to live on forever now and really will touch somebody. So there it is. Mooch the Pooch is now been selected and starts training. She's going to send us videos and pictures all the time of his training. We're going to get to kind of watch watch the training as it happens. I'm pretty stoked about this. Anyway, isn't that great? Yeah, love for Chira, right? Love for Chira. Everybody should be putting the praying hands up here. Love for that. That guy was such a special character, wasn't he? He was such a character, man. What a huge presence he was for us, man. Anyway, there's Mooch. I wanted to show that off this morning. I have other pictures of the dog, and I have other things. Yeah, right. How much do you miss Chiro's laugh? Right, 100%. That raspy, I had too many cigarettes for breakfast kind of a laugh. Man, I love that guy. Just love that guy. And I'm so glad that I got to hang out with him in person at least once, which was super cool. Anyway, there's the Mooch. There is the Mooch for you. What's next to talk about? No updates yet for here. Hopefully this week. I said we're hoping for the week. I'm kind of out of the loop here because I'm needing the casino and Premier to kind of lock arms and make this happen and tell me the day. But anyway, I'll give you updates as I get them, but nothing new yet for Craps with the Hero 24, other than we're still trying to figure it out. What else is going on here? Daily paycheck. Oh, we had a good day today. Today was a fun day. We had, we got our win. I didn't really ease in today. I actually was throwing out there before we started. So I kind of got my knuckles cracked before I started. We went out there with a big one. We did 3,200 across. We took a hit and regressed down. We took a second hit, right? And now we have 1,000 in profit. We needed 1,400 was our goal. So what I did was I took the $1,000 in profit, put 500 of it out there as an iron cross, the 75-100, and said, well, let's just get a couple of hits on this, and that'll be our goal. Immediate 7, right? So we have I think $600 in profit, and we have to now recap it up. I went out there at a small level, 2 hits, and did it that way. So we drew it down. It took 2 shooters to get us there. The first shooter today was 4 rolls. The second shooter today was 15 rolls. The third shooter today was 30 rolls. So we had a nice ramp up, man. The shooters today did really good. In our third session, we went out there again with a small bankroll, did a little baccarat line, which crushed, and we did a little iron cross, which crushed. 30 roller, made $500. So it was awesome. Good day today. Look at our number now. We're at $36,000 in profit total, which is cool. So our bankroll's at almost 47,000. A couple more winning days, we'll be at 50, which will be a huge milestone for us, and that'll be a big celebration. I can tell you that. But we're getting there. Tomorrow's buy-in again is 7,000. The goal is 1,400. So we're up in the buy-ins, up in the win goals, and marching towards it, man. So let's hope that we can hope we keep the dice going in good vibes tomorrow, right? Today we had, by the way, one of the craziest come outs. We had a 9-roll come out today. 3 or 4 7s and 5 horns, I think, in the come out. And some of those horns came back to back. So if you're the horn parlay guy, you'd have made money on that one today. So it was kind of fun. Waylon's played the baccarat line all weekend. I'm sure, right? The baccarat line's a strong play. You need money to do it, but it's a strong play. I really like that one a lot as a base play. And actually it kind of feeds in, Waylon, to what I'm going to talk about today. So obviously, you know me, I'm goal driven, right? I'm goal driven. I will admit to you, I'm not the person that goes out there and tries to felt the table every time. Like, my goal really is to win consistently, even if it's a little bit, win consistently and lose a little bit, win a little bit. I don't really take massive losses, but I also don't get the massive wins either. So I'm not always out there throttling down, right? I'm getting there, right? Where I'm more apt to do it in certain situations. But my goal is, let's make money all the damn time, right? And I'm using the morning show, to test strategies. And I'm telling you what, I'm liking the drawdown more than any other strategy I play. I like a drawdown. I really like to get out quick and run, right? If I'm looking for a hit it and get it, that's how I'm doing it. But I am also finding more truth in the world of, you just gotta go when it's time to go, and sometimes it's time to go out of the gate, right? I'm big into my strategies leading me towards meaningful collections. Give me a black chip, give me a purple chip. Like, let's find ways to get there quick. So we're merging a lot of ways to play here, and it's good as we go through this together, how the level up kind of happens for everybody, right? Bankroll obviously accounts for everything. Waylon is a negative progression guy. He needs bankroll to play his way. If you've got that kind of bankroll, you're planning for loss so you can win on the rebound. For those of us who are playing more right side and just trying to get, you need bankroll to account for it. You need bankroll that you're not scared of losing, to play hard. If you're going to play hard, like I'm going to turn 500 into 1,000 or 1,500, you got to just look at that $500 as the tool that it is, not as something you got to protect. Think of it that way. We'll get more into that later on in this series when we start talking about how to merge all the strategies together and how to really attack a table. The bankroll discussion becomes much more important later in these sets of talks. Anyway, get your mind right, have discipline, and to succeed, you got to bring all that stuff together for sure. Okay, so today what I want to talk about, here we are, class 15 in Gambling 401, about combining play styles. Tomorrow in 16, we're going to talk about merging play styles. There's a slight difference there. Combining play styles to me means this. We're going to look at our 3 core ways to play, right? Starting small and building up. This can be a positive progression, starting with table minimum and hammering presses as numbers hit. This could be a negative progression where you start small and build up on losses. Either way, you're starting small and building up with a scoped tiny bit of loss. You can start with a medium-sized bet, meaningful collections, and bring back money every single hit. You can start high, regress down, and either walk away or keep playing. And when you regress down, you typically change into a small build or medium collect. Regression leads you to one of the other two normally, okay? And again, it's how you employ and merge all this stuff together as the way you attack the casino. That's today. We're going to start talking about how we start merging some of this stuff. And I actually did this in the garage today. If you watch my daily paycheck today, we did a version of this on purpose so you can see it, okay? Now, that's the core ways to play. Start small, build big, start medium, collect, start high, regress. Now, within that, right, dive down a level within that, styles of play are here. You can same bet, slow and steady, always be collecting, bring money back every time. Waylon's a big proponent of same betting all the time. Slow and steady wins that race, okay? I've been same betting every day for 2 months in the garage. When I do my daily paycheck, right, we're going out $3,200 across. Same bet, out with profit. I don't press. Sometimes I regress down with a little drawdown, but most of the time it's the same bet. Slow and steady every day. Get 2 hits and run, 2 hits and run, 2 hits and run. Take a whack, get 4 hits and run, right? That's how we do it. If you're going to go simple and sweet, that's the way, right? You can regress. You can be a person that goes out big, start big, win your play spread, and go out and play again. You can press and leverage profits. You can do a positive progression streak system. 1, 3, 2, 4, parlay press, paroli, right? A known progression. Or you can come at it negatively. Chase my losses, right? Those are the styles you can play within the core system. So within the core systems, you've got these styles of play. I think, and we're going to talk about today, is how you can merge all these things together and kind of combine stuff, right? For example, 2 or 3 play styles at once that are differing things. Maybe you catch both. Maybe you're pressing over here and you're same betting over here. Maybe you're doing a negative progression here and a hammer press over here, right? Maybe both of those plays win. Maybe one wins and one loses and it supports the other one while you're waiting for it to all happen. Maybe you get squeezed out, it happens, right? But you can bob and weave a little bit in these kind of plays. And when you're more free about that, these systems that can work simultaneously can work together, right? I think of this as like a base version of maybe a team play. Like we talked about it today. I'll give you an example. We do like a red cross type of thing. The red cross that Waylon and I created together is one of the first, I think, true combination strategies that I've ever shown. Okay. And it works like this. The red cross is just an iron cross, right? It's just an iron cross. It's a special level of the iron cross, and the ratios and all that, it matters, but it doesn't, right? It's an iron cross, right? We take our field wins, we use those to press, right? So we're same betting the box, right? Always come to the rack. Box bets, always same betted. The field bets are always pressed into the box. There's a combination right there. One part of my bets are being same betted. One part of my bets are being pressed. The line play, the pass line, don't pass, right? Both of those lines together, we play a negative progression down there. We lose, we switch sides, and we go up a level. We win, we parlay the win, and then come down to base, right? If you lose, you go back to the other side, go from don't pass to pass, right? Up a level, parlay the win. It feels like a 31 in some degrees, right? Here we're playing three things at the same time, right? The magic of that strategy, by the way, is something like 31-2 when I play it for, and again, another win today with it, right? Because what happens is either you catch a run. Today we caught a great run, and the Iron Cross piece did its job. The Iron Cross collected 3 times. We're out of the hand. Then we started field pressing, and then we started pressing the numbers. We morphed from an Iron Cross into an across bet with pressing, right? So we got 2 plays out of that. Iron Cross, same bet, pressing from the field, and then pressing the box. All at the same time, the line is going. And that line, the pass line bet, come out winner, parlayed it up. Set a point, hit the point on a parlayed bet, left it at 2, set another point, used those wins as odds, had that weird come out sequence where we got like 5 wins in a row, right? That line did its own thing, separate from the Iron Cross. Separate from the cross, the line play was a negative progression with a parlay in it. It was interesting. Today was a day where both sides won. The line won and the box Iron Cross won, right? Sometimes when I play that strategy, the box gets destroyed. PSO, PSO, PSO. In that case, guess what? The line, negative progression, and the parlay carries the day. That's why that strategy works, because it combines a number of things together. Sometimes you catch them both like we did today. Sometimes one side or the other side carries the water, and that's how it works out, right? You can do something like a 3-point folly, which is another way of combining some things, right? A 3-point molly, a comeback with odds. Everybody plays that, right? That's the most popular way to play. You combine that with a field farm. And I mean something aggressive in the field. Go in the field while you're in the come. Take the win, smack it on top. Take the win, smack it on top. Get 3 fields in a row while you're playing the molly. Guess what? Those field wins become your odds. Now you got double free odds. You got a flat bet out there. Your field wins covered your odds for you. Interesting way to combine strategies. Okay. And again, that's the, you can look at like a, how do I say, I don't want to say it, but if I say like, what's a pro player? The pro player is not just going out there all the way across, same bet and saying a Hail Mary. The pro player is combining things, right? The line's doing a good job for me. I'm going to work the line while I'm doing this. I'm going to take those wins and put them over here. We're going to use this to feed that. When you start combining the things together, you start compounding wins from different sources, and you can get onto what you think is going to be the winner for you that day. And sometimes the line just kind of takes off on you, right? You can't predict it. You don't know what's going to happen, but it happens. And when you're in the middle of a second or third win, guess what? You have the money from other sources to pound that thing out. And that's where I think these things work really well, when you combine ways to play into one and not just get locked in on your one myopic thing that you want to do. That's a look at craps. On roulette, there's a million combinations you can play, right? But think about this. Think about like doing like a 50-50 bet progression, okay? In other words, the red or black, odd or even, whatever it's going to be. And you do like a parlay press, or you do like a paroli, or you do like a 1-3-2-4 on the 50-50 bet. And while you're doing that, take one number and hop it. Go out there and pick your birthday. Doesn't matter what number it is. Pick for me, I $5 on the 12, right? While I'm hammering that streak on the red or black, right? While that thing is going and I'm hopefully catching a little run out there, I'm going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and I'll give it 30 cracks at it. I'll take 30 shots at my number hitting out there. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit, but hopefully my parlaying and my aggressive progression on the 50-50 bets is funding that hop. And eventually that hop's going to hit, and we're going to get, 35 times 20 out there when I'm way up there, and you use one to kind of fund the other. Now, you might get it to where you get 4 in a row on the red, and you hit your 12 on the 5th roll, and Bob's your uncle, and you go home a winner. That probably rarely happens, but if they both hit, great. If the parlay is crushing it, great. If you hit 3 12s out of 20 rolls, great. That's a great way to combine stuff. Have something fun, something else. You can do, one of my favorite moves is the dozens permanent press. I've showed it before. You go in the dozens for 2 units. You win one, you press them both. You lose, you still press them both. You press forever. Do that along with a streetwalker. Put 2 or 3 double streets out there on other parts of the board, and you get some bonus wins in there. While you're streetwalking, you're working the permanent press. 2 ways of playing at the same time, right? And again, you can consider this as a team thing. I'm doing that. My partner's doing this. This is just you doing the same thing, right? You can go 31 play on a dozen. One dozen played 31 style while you're doing a simple up and pull on like the odd or even or high lows, right? These kinds of things are where you can catch it on either side, sometimes catch it on both. Combining strategies, I think, is an interesting way to approach it. You can only really succeed combining things in one condition. Okay, number one, let's go back to the screen here. You've got to have bankroll, number one, to survive it. You got to bankroll to make this work. Also, you got to really be in touch with these play styles. You've got to have played same bet on a roulette table a lot. You got to know what it looks like to regress on a roulette table, regress on a craps table. Know what your presses are. Understand how these positive progressions really hammer a streak and how to have the bankroll to work and hammer a negative progression like Wayland's Way Craps does. Once you have all these things in your toolbox, then and only then can you go, now let's try doing a couple of them at the same time. How can I best put money out there in two different plays that I can catch them both? And when I catch them both, like we did this morning, lightning in a bottle. If I don't catch one, I catch the other and I survive a day. Once in a while, you're going to get squeezed out of it, which happens, right? The Iron Cross or the Red Cross is like 33-2. 2 times we got squeezed out of all the other plays. We got nothing worked, right? We back and forth on the line, got destroyed everywhere we tried. It happens sometimes, right? But the ability to bob and weave, because you know these ways of playing and because you've embraced the 3 core ways to play, I think makes you dangerous. It makes you really dangerous if you can put your money and catch it. Again, can you predict it? No. Right? Can you trend bet it? You want to call it that? Cool. Right? But if you catch the right run and you're in 2 spots and you know what the hell you're doing and you got the money to do it, I think there's magic in here, potential magic in here. Now, there's danger as well. There's danger as well. Like I said, you can get whacked on both sides of this thing. If you and a teammate are going in, you're both putting $1,000 out there or $2,000 out there and you both get destroyed, that's going to happen. When you're combining plays, you have 2 ways to lose it all, right? Just go in there, eyes wide open, right? That's a look at combining strategies. Now, if you'd like, I can go to my table here and roll for a minute. We can kind of have some fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. What the hell? We got nothing else to do here. Let me go to my table. Let me go out here and let's combine a couple ways to play, shall we? What do you want to do? You want to do a little bit of Red Cross? I'll do the Red Cross and the 3-point volley. We'll do them both. We'll do both ways of playing just to have some fun. Here we go. There's my rack. I'm going to go ahead and change microphones so you can hear me. There we go. All right. Get a quick sip of coffee here. And we'll get out. Here we go. Let's do the Red Cross. If you haven't seen the Red Cross, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you at the smaller size level. Actually, we'll do it at the Wayland level. I want to show you at the right size. It works best at a bigger level, but we'll do it here. We'll do the simple size Iron Cross, which is 30, 30, and 25. Okay. The bigger Red Cross is more it's 125 and 150, 150. Well, we can, it doesn't matter for our purposes. Let's do a little $10 field bet. And for our purposes, we'll do a $25 pass line bet. Okay. Now what we're going to do here is this one is going to hop back and forth. When it loses, it hops the side and it goes up a level. When we win, we parlay the win. Okay. I have done this in 2 ways. One, only change sides when the puck changes. Other times I'll change sides every time there's a decision made. Okay. I like when the puck changes better, although sometimes those come out sequences make me change my mind. Anyway, here we go. We have $100 in here. There's 75, 85, 95 here plus the 25. That's $120. Okay. Let's go 400 or $380 in the rack. 380 in the rack. 380 plus the 120 is I'm pretty sure it's $500. All right. Let's go and see how this works. I'll give you a sense of the 2 players playing at the same time. Here we go. We're going to put the dice out. That's going to be a 6 as the point. I'm not going to worry about moving this bet around. Okay. This bet is better served back here for sure. That's where it belongs in this case. You could hop and move it to the 9 because you already had this one here. Ideally, what I've got is 30 bucks on the 6, right? I've got 25 bucks on it right now. So this makes that 6 a little bit too strong for the play that we're going to do here. So you have a choice. Leave this bet as flat, right? Or move it to the 9. Something like that. I might even take that 30 bucks, right? And do 10, 9, 4. Like so. Catch the box, right? Let the pass line work the 6 and not take the odds. Okay. In doing so, I have the same level of risk. It's still 30 bucks. It's just that it's here instead of here. Now watch. The combination play is this. Always same bet the box. Box always comes back to the rack. Never press the box. If the field hits, that becomes the press. The field feeds what's up in here. This guy here is going to go parlay press. Point is 6. Let's go what happens. Let's see what happens. We got 8 aces. That's fantastic, right? Aces plays double. 10, 20. Okay. Again, take this 20 bucks. We're going to feed our box. We're going to go 10 on the 9 and 5 each to the 4 and 10. There's a 10. Fantastic. Okay. Again, 15 bucks on the 10 pays $27. That always comes to the rack. We always feed our rack from the box. The $10 that wins in the field, we can reinvest it. I'm going to make my 9 look like a quarter. Nice even bet there. We'll just press that thing up. I'll take this 5 bucks and put it on the 10, which just hit. There's an 11. Yo, another $10 winner in the field. And again, the field always comes northward. 10 looks like a quarter. 4 looks like 20. How about some inside numbers? There's an 8. Thank you, baby. 8 pays 35. 25, $35. That's awesome. We lose our $10 in the field. Iron cross. There's the bleed of the iron cross, but a quarter comes back to my rack. Again, always collecting up there. There's a hard 4. Look at that hard 4. That's awesome. 10 bucks in the field. 20 pays 40 for 1. 40 for 1. Again, this always collects. Always collects. The $10, I'll make that 4 look like a quarter. I have an extra 5 bucks here that I can put wherever I want to. Just give it to the 9. Matter of fact, I'm going to take 10 on my rack, make the 9 35, so it pays 50 for 1. We'll do one little power press to make me have a happy number. There's an 8 again. Awesome. Again, it pays 35. Lose that one. Put the $10 back. Take that back to my rack. Now look at my rack, by the way. There's $100 in greens. That's 400 in black. 1, 2, 3, 4 in black. 2, 3, 4. Plus 75. Plus 15. That's 490. I started with how much? 500. My rack is full. I basically have my money back, which means what I have out here is mine, profit-wise, right? If I want to be done, I've got 50, 100, 25, 130, 140, 150 out here in profit that I can pull back and be done. If I'm paycheck playing, I'm done, okay? If I'm looking to destroy this table, now's the time to go, right? This comes back to my rack, that field. Now I've got my exact money back. There's the greens, right? 500 bucks, done. I got $1 in profit. Everything out here is go time, right? The iron cross, 3 or 4 hits and you're done, right? Combining play styles. Now I'm going to merge. I'm going to morph into this. Pass line is still going, right? If we lose it here, we lose it here. So freaking what? But now it's time. Now it's time. 5 pays 35. Looks like 50. $10 comes home. There's my 7. So we lose everything. Now watch. Here's the combination play. Right? We lose it all. By the way, 165 bucks out there. Again, if you're paycheck playing, bankroll building, you don't go for the home run. If you're doing like John's doing, trying to rebuild his master bankroll, right after losing my job, this is coming home to rebuild. I wouldn't be at the casino in the first place, but this would come home. If you're bankroll building, you don't play for the home run. You're trying to build up and get the hell out of here. If you're playing for a home run, you stay out like I just did. Now, what happens here is this. Of course, that loses. So the combo play is this. You take your $100, right? Let's get greens for it. Now, we lost on the pass line. We go the don't pass, and we level the bet up, okay? We're going to go 6-8. I need another $100. 5 in the field. And we start over again. These are all off with the puck, but we switch sides. Here's the play, right? We went from here to here and leveled up. This is a negative progression incorporated as part of the other play, right? There's a 6. Again, we'll stay on the 6 here. I can actually take this and we'll do the same play. We'll go 10, 9, 4 with that $30. Spread it out. And now we're working, right? There's my 7. I'm okay with that, okay? We didn't do well here, right? We lost all this money here, but we do win the level up. Remember I told you how sometimes you catch it on one side, not the other? Guess what? This parlays, right? You leveled up, you got the win, you parlay that win. Let's catch a new point here. 4. Oh, what a great point. What a great point for that bet, right? There's a 4. Let's go back out. 6-8. 5. Field. And $85 change. All righty, here we go. Come on, John. Let's have a better run here. Let's have a couple of hits before we go away. There's a 10. 5, 5, 10. That's cool. That pays 10. Looks like a 9. There's a 5. Again, net of $25. We win 35. We lose the 10. That feeds the box. Okay, there's 4 greens for a black. $300 back in the rack. We're still recovering from last time, right? Another 10. How about that? 5, 5, 10. Why don't we read the table and take the 10 with that field win? 5. All right, another one, right? Same bet, the box. Lose 10, win 35, replace the 10, rack a quarter. I'll put the quarters there so you can see them. 9. All righty, double shot. Double shot. The 9 pays $10 there, and it pays 15 for 1 up there in the box. This comes to the rack. This goes northward. Actually, I'll split it. Here we go. I might have missed the 10 payment in there, but that's okay. There's an 8 hard. 8 hard, again, $35, right? We know that. We're going to lose the 10. We're going to win 35. The 10 stays there. The quarter comes back to my rack. There's a 6 hard. All right, same thing. A quarter goes back to the rack. We're just going to these are just going to churn quarters out for us, right? And at some point, we're going to be close to home. Oh no, we lost our 4. What a bummer. Lost $100. That would have been a great 7 out though, right? Again, the idea here is if you 7 out, that wins $100. That would have put us over profit again, right? We're gonna lose it, right? But had that won, look at this. Had it won, there's $500 back in your rack, and all that's profit, even though you lose up here. That's what I'm saying about this back and forth thing, right? So again, you're playing 2 styles. As it turns out, we lost that, okay? And whatever, right? The 4 hits, you win 10, you grab the 4, puck is off, you're still playing out here, right? And we still have $100 out here, $300 there, and 75 here. If I bring all this home, I'll bet you we're back. I'll bet you we're back to being essentially square again after getting beat on the last shooter. There's 5, 10. There is 75. So there's $100. There's $100. And there's 40. So it's $200 to the rack. Guess what? Starting bankroll's back. Even though we got planked, we have $40 in profit after all that, right? That's not a bad little thing, right? It's kind of a grind, right? You're kind of giving it back. You're playing both sides. But again, this player here and this player here are 2 different people out of your same rack. That's how you have to look at that. That's one way of combining. Let's do another $500. And I'll show you the 3-point folly. Same idea, okay? Let's grab quarters. We're gonna go pass line bet, and we'll do. We're gonna take a big swing at it. We're gonna go with $10 in the field. We're gonna try for a little field parlay here. 9 is the point. Okay, we get paid on that 9 though, right? Let's stack it up. Let's come into the with one more bet. Maybe we get lucky in here, right? Oh, we got a 7. We lost all of it. Bummer. Gave it a shot, right? The come bet wins. The net effect of that was it cost us $10, right? Do it again. Pass line bet with a field. There's a 3 ace deuce. Bummer, we lose the pass line, win the field. We'll go back out and we'll keep the field bet working. Press it up. Luck is off. There's a 7. Win, lose. That's okay. I'll make that look like quarters. Boom. Here we go again. Restart it. Maybe I can actually get this to have some numbers hit, right? There's a 5. Okay. Point is 5. Lose the field. Come for 25. Field for 10. Aces. Look at that. Lose the come, but win $20. Okay, that kind of sucks. We're going to stack that up there. We're going to be aggressive out there. Let's get another comeback going. Another field number. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Midnight. We got $30 out there. Times 3 is 90. 75, $90. We'll lose this. We'll put it back. Okay. And I'm going to go just press it by 1 unit, take $50 back. So now we're at 45 out there on the field. While we're working on a comeback, there's a 5. We hit our point. Sweet. That goes to the 5. We lose our big shot out there, but we already pulled money back from it. That's pretty damn cool. Okay. Let this sit up here for a minute. We can use that last field win to grab odds, but for now, let's get our comeback going while we're coming out. That's a 7 on the come out. Ends up being a tie. Where are we at? 300, 470. We lost $25 in the trial, right? But you can see what I'm trying to do here, right? You're taking these field wins, hammer, 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 hammer. It becomes your odds. If we would have had a point here, that field win would have been odds, right? That's, again, combining plays. I'm not going to play it for another hour because, time constraints. But you get the idea, right? You're using this to do other things, and that's its own separate play. I think those kinds of things are fun level ups that you can do, especially if the fields are going. The fields are coming up, right? Pretty cool. All right, here we go. Let's go back to the other screen. Booyah. Okay, let me go to questions and answers here first, because I know we're going to have some people in chat probably making fun of me, and that's okay. Let me check my cues. Any questions from the peanut gallery? Jalen Pond said, my lifetime playing craps is positive overall. That's a true statement. What advice would I give to people who are still in the hole? Get out when you're up, right? This is my whole thing. Get out when you're up. Don't take massive losses, right? Burning your bankroll, unless your goal is to felt the table. I'm going to take my $500 or my $1,000 or my $2,000, and my goal is to double that up. My goal is to turn that 1,000 into 5,000. You're taking this approach of I'm going to light that money on fire, right? For the purposes of getting the big win. Guys who win a lot of money, that's what they do. And I can't say this clearly enough. You have to, that's your goal, which is an okay goal to have, right? If that's your goal, you have to disassociate yourself with your money. You have to have a relationship with that $1,000 that's different than mine with my $1,000. I love my $1,000. I don't want it to go away. I want my $1,000 to work for me, right? But I'm happy to put it to work on easy labor, make me $150 or whatever, and walk, right? If you're going to put your $1,000 into a labor camp and make it bust its ass, and I'm using the whole 1,000, I'm going to burn that thing down to the skeleton so that I'm ready for when the big roll happens. You're going to be probably upside down for your life. You're going to lose 1,000 10 times, win 5,000 or 6,000 or 7,000 once out of 10. That's how it's going to happen for you, right? You're going to have these massive wins. It's going to be amazing, but you're going to be down overall, right? If you look at my daily paycheck show, what have I done out there? I buy in for 15% of my master bankroll. I win 10 to 15% of that, and I'm done playing. Okay, 189 days in, we're $40,000 up. Right? That's how you do it. You got to pick your spots, And what I mean by pick your spots is not look at the dice and decide now's the time. I mean, pick when you're playing and it goes good for you, you got to stop. There's no other way to be up for your life unless you have 5 or 6 $100,000 wins and then you play at $10 levels every day after that, right? Which some people do. Okay, I got to go. The inspector's here. The show is over. Final thoughts. Be careful. Love your money, but play hard when you have a chance to. Love you all. God bless. Goodbye.